Welcome to another exciting time right here on this podcast. Of course, it's the official launch of the book, Gifted or Cursed, written by our very own Michael Shion Sunday, aka Mika Rapsy. My name is Ermandha, and I'm not alone, as you know, because we're doing this officially, and of course, we had to bring in the superstars and everyone whose opinion really matters. Of course, talking about creatives. So we're not alone. We have Rapsy, of course, with us, and we have from my far left, we have Fireman, and from my very close left, I also have Humble Dan. How are you guys doing today?
Fine.
Oh, good.
Fireman, where's the fire? Where's the fire?
The fire is inside.
Inside your neck.
It's lyrical fire, man.
All right.
When it comes to mic, it's all the way up, man.
Okay, so let's start with you. Let's get to meet you properly.
Yeah, my name's Prince Ishmael, aka Fireman, the King Shango. They call me 7-star General.
King Gion.
Yeah, the king of street music. You know where we're coming from, man. We do this on the streets. So we're right here now. We're here.
But you're not on the streets. I brought you into the studio
But the
today.
street is in me. You can't take a man out of the ghetto, man. You can't take it out of him, man.
King, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we come to Rapsy, we also have Humble Dan, who's feeling humble today. I can see he's so mellow. How are you doing today, Humble Dan?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good.
Okay, so let your fans and people get to meet you.
Yeah, what's up, people out there? My name is Humble Daniel Raujawe. I'm popularly known as Humble Dan, one, as music artist, Humble Beats as a music producer.
Oh, shit.
And when I say Boa, you say Kim.
Okay, say it now. So let's all say
Boa, Kim.
I like that. Okay, and of course the author, the writer, the entrepreneur, the artist, the reason why we're here today and celebrating and officially launching this book is right here next to me. Raps, how are you feeling today now?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm fine.
Oh shit, that voice sounds like Jay-Z's. Just feeling that today. And today I can see that, you look really great today also.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about, the book, Gifted or Cursed. You already took us a little bit why you wrote this book. But today, are there any new insights into why you wrote the book? Maybe some chapters in the book and much more.
Like I said earlier, gifted or cursed is an emotional cost of being gifted. Like I wrote this book for people like me, people that have this fire inside them. But right now they are struggling. They don't even know how to get this thing to the world, and they are just stuck in one place.
And they're questioning if they're gifted or...
gift is actually a gift or a cause, because many times you just sit and you don't even know what. You are just chasing a dream that you don't even know if it's going to come true, because there's one thing to believe and there's one thing about reality that the more time goes, you start questioning yourself if this thing you carry, is it really a gift or is just something that is upon you to cause stagnation in your life. Because many people that don't have this gift, they're actually doing cool. They don't have anything they're chasing. They actually just go to work 9 to 5. And even though their life is not that better, but at least they are doing very well, more than most of
you think
gifted people. Yeah.
You think so? Let's hear from Fireman. What's your opinion?
If I'm to say something, let me say, first, when you are in the wrong environment doing the right thing, 1. 2, there is this word I created on the street: money make us never get money. If you don't have money, sometimes your dream will not come to pass. And sometimes you just sit down and think, it shows I sabi this thing. Although you know you are good, but when there is no investor, nobody to put money in this talent you believe in. There was a time I flashback 2001. I shot a video then about 900,000 naira. Then, do you know how much 900,000? Then I said, I assume I use this money open shop then. By now, Rav. Sometimes I feel like giving up. You understand? And sometimes you even found most of your lyrics being stolen by those people. You understand? Like now, if I decided to just open some names and some song, I have like more than 6 of my song being used by these guys. And all Nigerians, everybody are vibing with it, but nobody know Fireman. You understand? So sometimes I just feel like, I did cause. That's why I pick interest in this book. You understand? So, but most of the problem we're having now is people don't look to the place we're from, which is the ghetto. You understand? The talent are there, but when nobody want to invest in you, sometimes, why no Kuku just go work for one of these company? You understand? So, what we believe in, we need more people to at least look back to the roots. It's like we are struggling to belong to the industry we build. You know, we started this game whereby back then we used that and that, no CD. We've given a lot. By the end of the day, we are still the ones struggling. Trying to be in the industry you give all your life to, you are struggling to be in the industry. Even now, say you're more like an upcoming artist to those guys out there. Okay, now let me tell you something. I was a nominee, Amen Award, the biggest award in Africa for 3 categories way back then 2003. But now, who know Fireman? I'm still struggling like an upcoming artist. So sometimes we look at, I might quit. Well, if you quit, whose job do you want to do? You've given too much time, you understand? You cannot quit because you really assassinate your real life for this industry. So you can't go back. You understand? So there's a lot to say. But the main point is no money, no fame. That is Nigerian industry now.
So you think it's an environmental thing? For you, that's your interpretation?
Yeah, because the rich, okay, way back then, the industry is for the poor. No rich man will allow their son or daughter to do music. Am I lying? No rich man will allow them. Okay, let's check the artists then. How many are from rich home? Let's go back to the days of Daddy Shoki, Danny Wilson, Blackie, Idris. Everybody are from the gutter. But now, the rich people, they took over the industry. Now, if I want to promote a song, and you're asking me to bring 20 million naira, a boy from the ghetto, where do you expect that kind of a guy to get 20 million naira for just one blogger? I want to shoot a music video. You're asking me to go and bring 150 million and have a good song. No song is good until the song is popular. And no song is whack until you promote the song. If I have a song on the street now doing well, street no pay, you go home, it's everywhere. I only promote it with my phone. I've never invested 5 million on any song. So how do you want me to be a star? You understand? So there is a lot around this fame of a thing. But now everything bounces back to money. I ain't gonna make you get money.
Okay, so Fireman, we've heard from you. Let's come to Humble Dan. Maybe we'll have a different perspective. Okay, so Humble Dan, what's your experience in the industry, and especially looking at it from, this book's angle, gifted or cursed? What's your take?
Yeah, gifted or cursed. That's a very good title, and that's why we pick interest on this book. So where I will start from is, you see, the word talent, gift, or career. Let me say talent, gift. When you convert it to career, first of all, the first thing you know is, or you have to take note of is a time wasting something. You understand? Career itself have this ability to take all your time. That's what career is all about. You have to give in almost all you have, and at the end, you might not be getting anything. And you are running this race with the mindset that there will be a day I will attain what I'm looking for. So talent will take your time, take your resources, take everything from you, but not that is a cost, actually. It's actually still a gift, but you have to know the difference that this gift that I have, I've now converted it to a career. So it's a movement that you want to go for. So as you're moving, it will take your time. Like Fireman said, people that you started with, let's say after secondary school, like we started music very, very early, actually, even while from primary school to secondary school. You find out that some people, your classmates or your environment, people and all that, when you guys were growing up, some of them deviated into other things. Maybe they went into the military, banking, whatever field they went into. You find out that some of them are even maybe managers. If it's on the military angle, they have their ranks. I don't really know much. They have ranks. You now find out that they are making more success. So you start asking yourself the same question Rapsy asked, am I cursed? Am I actually wasting my time? Had it been I'm doing this other, or I went into these other things, I would have become something great by now. But the bottom line is that it's still a gift. And when you navigate the right way, or you know how to do it, because we have some obstacles in the past, but now things have actually changed that we can now say, okay, there are other ways to go about it these days. So if you are looking at fame in total, that can be frustrating now.
Okay.
But there are other benefits you can actually have, like, okay, I'm doing this thing and I'm seeing some results, maybe through the social media, through the internet, through every other means of getting yourself to the people. So little results that you have gotten that can encourage you that, okay, I can do more or better days ahead compared to how it used to be way back then, that you have to go to the radio station, you have to call your uncle, you have to do this, you have to move around. But with your data, your phone, and good materials, I think everybody is gifted. We are not cursed.
I like that perception, but I can see Fireman's face like, guy, are you serious? You know?
No, it's right, but you know, there's a lot to it. One, most investors, they check your age. Most investors don't want to invest in the advance, not your lyrics, not your song. Your song may be even better than the 21 years old boy you are. No, I want to sign the Baba now. Baba, you know, because now I cannot work. You understand? So we have a lot of disadvantage now.
Wow.
The age side. You understand? Because most guys want to work with this young, now small boy I want to sign. Where I go? Some of them even they are looking the aspect of, am I be able to control this person? You understand? So there's a lot to it. But still, once you love what you're doing, you won't quit. You understand?
So once someone just made us think, like the last episode, like it was like Squid Game, where you can't actually leave the game. You have to,
It depends. If the game, let's ask a question. You choose the game or the game choose you. Some people become a musician because they want to be popular. They want to have girls around them. We've been doing this thing for decades, so that is a sign that these people really dedicate their life. I've not worked for anybody apart from music.
And you do great. That means music is paying you somehow.
It's paying, but not to what we expect. Yes, sir. If somebody like, let me say, for example now, somebody like Zazu, if you want to pay Zazu now, you pay like 20 million or 15 million. They want to pay Fireman and you ask him to take, bros, now 800,000 we get. It's a wide difference. Yeah. And we have team. My manager, dancers, you need to do video. The guys are promoting, those things. So the income is low from what we give to the industry. Okay, now as a producer, and if you want to produce my song now, 350 per track. No friendship.
Yeah.
It's business. That one, I help you now, Fireman, I bring 350. And somebody is telling you to pay you 700 for a shoe. And you're going to pay your dancers, your manager, You understand? So it's not balanced. But the problem still rely on the money because never.
Okay, but I have a question though. my question. Of course, we know like you have to invest. Yeah. This is a very high, would I call it high investment type of
business,
like business career or however you want to put it.
Business.
But I'm just saying career, business, because before you turn it into business, it starts off as the
love of it.
The love.
But you need that mindset. That mindset, I'm going into business.
Yeah. But if you have that, so then if you're just
that mindset will motivate you to move.
So it's the love of business now. The love of the career.
Way back then, we do it for the career, for the love.
But now, okay, and that means you've pivoted. That's a different
problem then.
That's a different ballgame. You mentioned someone. That's why I said you mentioned Zazu. But I don't want. We're not owing you money, so don't come after us anyway. But we're looking at the influence of, social media, and the change, the shifts in, times. Let's also talk about the influence of technology because you can't remove that. Like he made some very valid points, like, with your camera, people go, viral on social media even singing in quotes whack songs.
Yeah, true.
You're talking about Portable. He's invested a whole lot. Like, he's strategic with what he's doing.
Yeah.
He doesn't just, he goes after people that you are afraid sometimes to go after, right? He inserts himself in conversations that you're afraid to go after. Like, a normal day, if you're looking at hierarchy, there's no one that would have worked with Pokoli that would have just gone after Pokoli like that. The way it used to work, even if Pokoli, in quote, was cheating you, you had to keep quiet and wait for your way. But Portable would not keep quiet. Portable would even go, beyond all of that to sell himself and claim like he's the best.
Yeah.
Even people like Speed Darlington, why do we know them? Why are they, booked for shows? It goes beyond their craft to like positioning for what's relevant right now, which is attention. Attention is the new currency. So I think from what you've said, like, people need to pivot and understand that it's not business as usual, and all of that. And I think that this book raises a whole lot of points that I feel like we should just look at 1 or 2 chapters before, we move. This book has 8 chapters, and I've been teasing that 8 is the number of new beginnings. So obviously, when we go over this book, we should have, a new mindset, or, just be able to find how best we can navigate this, because these gifts cannot go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go to chapter 3. Especially, why I'm going to chapter 3 is because of Fireman. Because he said before, before it was just for the career, but now it's for the business.
It's for the business.
Right? So here we see in chapter 3, talent versus survival. He's just thinking about the money.
So not the money. I'm thinking the Yoruba version of this.
Okay, you can say it however you want to say.
to-
Talent versus survival.
Wow.
How do you, position yourself? Because now, why I'm directing this particular question to you is because of what you said. Before, it was for the career, but now you're saying you're looking at it as a business. So would you say it was like it was trying to survive that made you pivot your outlook from, just the talent to surviving, like
First
the
of all,
business part?
the talent is the foundation. Because even without the talent, we won't be here.
Yeah.
Even if you are whack, you are whack. They don't need to tell you are whack. If somebody like me can have my song on the street, on the lips of everybody, without being on a radio station for one day, street no pay, you go home. There's one of these songs, I don't know if I can use the word, there is an F word. 1 week, 1 pint, or second. It's my song. If I can have it on the street and Mr. Benzi and Q Dot, they sing the full chorus as their song, the other guy use it as a hype song, and I'm in the ghetto there.
That's even
So
viral.
the talent is there already. It's my song. Onsun Hongo, Onjio Pokwe is my song. Ulo Ubo is my song. So if this guy can use my songs, so that means the talent is there. The survivor is now to survive. I don't even know how to classify. Hey, I want to remember an incident. We went for a show in Onisha. So was night day to move to New Year. So we hang in Onisha. Someone now advised us to cross the bridge with leg. That when we get to Asaba, we'll see Shipper bus. Then we start trekking.
I've done that before.
From Onisha, we now trek to Asaba. They say no bus. Do you know what? We have to trek back to Onisha.
Wow.
Who survivor reach that one again? Now, no bus again. We now follow this bus. They call it Bumbo Rosu. You understand? On top load to Lagos. So we've gone through a lot. So those things alone. And way back there, if you release a song in Lagos, it would take like 2 months to get to just Benin. Take like 1 year to get to Gabon. But now if you drop a song now, it's all over the
All
world.
over.
And we are still here. Nothing bigger than that now. That one is that story alone tells that this guy, they really love this game and they are ready to do anything for this game. But the issue now is, I will still go back to that investors. To blow now, if you don't have money, we should not deceive ourselves. Even when you come to internet, if you blog today, you still need to. You understand? When sometimes your phone is not even good for you to have a good video. Sometimes you don't even have a data. And sometimes you're looking for good environment to make a good video. So you have to wait until maybe when you get to one hotel or, you understand? But most of these guys, they have access to these things. Like now, let's go back to Portable. That violent and all those things worked for him. Let me mention name of people that did the same thing. They're out of the game final.
Like who? Like which people?
Number one, Dami Crane. Where is Dami Crane? He tried the same thing now. You understand? So a lot of people. So sometimes this thing will work for 100, just one person. See, violent. If these fans face you, you will lose all your social media. I'm telling you, it works for him because, sometimes some things will work for some people, not everybody.
I'm sorry to intercept you. If we look at Dami Crane's debut and we look at Portables, you can't measure them as the same. Because Dami Crane came out differently from Portable.
Yeah, but Dami Crane beef the video.
No, beefing is different. Like, beefing is different. We're talking about our introduction to Portable. We heard a nice song. Then our introduction to him was this. He did not switch somewhere. But Dami Crane's introduction was not coming off with beef.
Yeah, but along the line, beef keep
that's what I'm saying, like,
everybody,
no,
not the song.
Beef Campbell, that's our introduction to something. It's just like you introducing a car a certain way. Then the next day it's a jet. Or you introduce a jet and it's now like a public bus.
Yeah, I understand.
There's a change in the... But somebody
can still do that the same thing like Zazu and disappear.
And maybe they don't have it's not believable. But let's just leave Zazu and the rest of them in the jungle. Let's talk about, okay, let me come to Humble Dan, because he's restarting this book like about to write.
No, I have the book. I've been going through the book for now.
Obviously. Oh, he's enjoying it. Oh my God. See, guys, go and get your own copy. Don't be told, because you need this. Like, it's not a joke. Okay, so Humble Dan, what do you think? Talent versus survival?
Talent versus survival. These are two different things, and a talented person have to survive.
Okay.
You have to survive. Before even thinking of having a talent, you have to be a survivor first. So you can't just depend on your talent as it stands now, in the life of now. So you must think of how to survive first, because from survivor, that's where you can feed your talent. In those days when we were younger, we depend on our parents to do things for us, our elder ones, and even the society. But as it is now, I think we are even the society now. When you say leaders, when we say leaders, when you say government, I think we are the government, we are the leaders. In as much as you're heading a particular organization or field, you are also a leader. So in as much we depend on people, maybe sponsors and all that, we still need to depend on our survival first. So when you don't see food chop, or you don't feel buy phone, or you don't feel do the primary things, I think you can now start thinking of your talent. But the other way around, talent can actually make you survive too. If the talent actually work faster for you, you can actually survive through the talent. So survivor is more vital. Talent is not a gift, but survivor is a thing you're going to meet on this earth. So, and you have to look for a way to find this food. No, survivor is not just food, actually. You need clothes, you need gadgets, you need everything to face life itself.
You need like, this to also improve on the skills you already have to, because it's not just about, you can't just start off with a raw gift potential.
Okay, see, as I am now, I am a music producer, like I said. I have a lot of artists coming to me to record. Some of them will be working. Maybe they have gotten one song, one good production, this song, they're okay. This song, they're okay. I need more time. I know the fee go show, I need the fee, all those kind of stuff started coming. The first word come out of the mouth is that, I will need to stop my work. You understand? I have a little experience, I will, guy.
Don't try out.
Guy. You see this way it talks, so don't try out. So you have to make sure you balance the both. If the music or the talent or the career has started paying, or you are seeing light, that's where you can now say, okay, let me shift to this direction that I'm seeing light. Now, you just did a song or you just have a product, you just want to leave what is sustaining you for the moment. You want to switch now because you've done something. You understand? Meaning, now hungry, you put yourself. You have to survive first.
There's something you said, which I see a formula in, which I feel many creators don't also see a formula in. And I've seen the formula also replicated in you, which is one of my beliefs, in the sense that maybe things might not be extra perfect for you, but at least you have your life a bit set. Because one thing I always tell most creatives is that if you're a creative within the environment you work in, like he was saying, you've come in first. Every good product has to have you have to have testing. You have to test to know the acceptance or to know if your flavors work. If, for example, you see some brands, they have more than one flavor. Okay, if people are feeling the classic version, then they can produce more. But what you find out is many creators, they just run off with one song and they just, I'm an artist, then they just quit.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem starts from, because now you've quit, you have to continue on this journey.
Yes, and most of them, they jump into the industry because of the things around
The
them.
glamours, yes.
Like we started from eating table. So we can vibe on any song. That's why we are still here. If they move from hip-hop to Makosa, we still blending. You know why? Because we are not just studio artists. You know, we have studio artists. They cut and paste.
Of course.
The
producer is here, so he can tell us.
I'm also a producer.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah. I'm one of the first young guys to have a studio in the ghetto where we're from. So, I could the production side. You understand? But what I'm saying is that we have studio artists. They cut and paste. They cannot perform live band. They cannot sing live. So when they try one or two songs, even this generation now, we have AI artists.
A whole lot.
You understand? So I call those set of artists generation art. Once this thing move from this thing, they will quit. You understand? So after one song, they can't do anything. So after one song.
We get that. It's just where I was also going to is that you're a producer, you're an artist. Yeah. So it makes it easier for you, even within the industry, to be able to quit any other job.
This question you asked, or this thing you just said now about being producer and artist, will take me back to this talent versus survivor. Let me bring a story. See, I've been an artist all my life, which I'm still an artist. But along the line, young age, when the music was vibing, based on the background, based on my background, that's the family background, the hardship was much and the struggle was real. So along the line, what did person do? Join this music. Yes, so the first thing that came up was I went into this chunky, that's DJing, right? So I tried to follow up DJ one kind, which those are experiences, they are still working for me now. I try to be a DJ. We try to do MC work to make sure we just find ourselves around the same environment. So along the line, I think the first day I saw a very standard studio, foreign standard studio. Then I just entered the studio. I just saw the studio. I've seen studios. I've went for collaborations and all that before that time. So I just saw the studio. I just saw the engineer. I was like, I like this work. Just like that. And I was still in secondary school. I like this work. I will be this work. I will do this thing. So it was just here. After school, what can I do? And I remembered, though I did some jobs, but more no good there. And I remembered, this thing. That's how I went into apprenticeship to learn production. I learned how to play the musical instrument, keyboard, guitar, and all that. I went into sound engineering. Why am I saying all these things now? That's a talent versus survivor. So what was I thinking then? How do I survive?
Yes.
I have the talent already now. So now, how do I now survive? And the luck, and I'm happy about that decision because this decision kept me in the same system. Yeah. Just like what you said now. So I can still do my music and I can still produce my music. Yeah. I can still produce for others to survive.
Exactly. Now you're understanding the formula. In the previous episode, I was trying to share with Rapsy that perhaps there's a formula for it, which he also is already on the path to, because now he's not just a musician, he's also an author. And he also is talking about, mental health care for, which can which is broad, and you're still within the same space.
Yeah, even this thing flashed me back now. That was a day I was in my house, seriously hungry. Then I brought out my phone. I said, all this hotel, they don't have anything like event manager. We can have event manager now. Then I draw a plan. Then I spread proposal. Then I started that work event manager. Along the line, I involve hype. There is no hype, nothing like hype in Nigeria. Then I watch this Jamaican dancehall. This thing feel involved now. Do you believe now in that hood now, almost everybody's feeding from that event manager, every musician.
Yeah.
So
when there is no show, you still get paid as an event manager.
Exactly. You see, this is why, like, when I started my brand, where Avis, with the strategy for creatives, was there too, like, I there's something that I stumbled on, which became a formula with, as a creative, pull all your talents together. Like, what can you earn from, but within the same space? You see, the people we're talking about in structures like banks, it's easier for them because there's a hierarchy, like there's a clear path. Well, most creatives look at the business as though it's structureless, like it's accidental. If I keep doing this, maybe,
it can work, it cannot work.
So, exactly. So, but once you look at it as a business and say, okay, these are the skills like Humble Dan did, just like you did, pull the skills together and say, okay, this is what I can do to stay within the space. That's why when we had someone like Ash within the group, I saw, oh, she could do photography. I was like, okay, let me take you along for an event so that while you're there, you're a great musician. But while you're there, photography can give you income immediately. Even at that event, you take one or two people there. Let's use celebrities as your billboard because they might not pay you. But people that would come for this event, they will pay you. Because they want their pictures. They want to, like, so you get money. You're not bothered about your transport fare. You have money. And two, you're still within the circle. Meaning that as people get familiar with you and say, oh, please, I'm a musician. They say, okay, you can come and showcase. So understanding that you need to find a structure that works for you, pull your talents together, then it will help you. Like, I don't think it will be survival anymore because everyone is surviving, whether you're in a band. Exactly. So once you understand the formula is, this music especially is a long-term investment. While there are some other things.
And somehow it's a game of luck.
No, it's a long time. No, it will work, but like you said, consistency. Then it's like, if you pull it, like, okay, let's think like as look at our talents as though we're investors, right? I look at my talent, okay, let me use Ash now. I'm a photographer and I'm a musician. One is short term, one is long term.
Yes.
Like the short term one can give me money immediately.
For sure.
The longer one, I need like it's capital intensive.
And somehow the short one can still feed.
Can fund the long one.
So it's capital intensive. When we restructure our thinking, our mindset, and look at it as a business would. Every bank too, you're seeing them with structures, right? Buildings. Those buildings are not just buildings; they are investments. So when we start to think like that, and I think that's what's happening. If you notice, there's a shift within even the creative space. People who were working in banks that have climbed up and made some money, or even relationships, they are coming back for their passion, and they're taking over the spaces where creatives ought to have. You're even seeing brands doing the jobs of creatives, like organizing fashion shows, because they understand structure that creatives don't understand. They just feel like, oh, when somebody signs me, I'm going to have my big break. Meanwhile, you can start off, okay, talk about academics. You went to school, right? Your parents invested, or somebody, you yourself might have sold other things to get into school. Some people cannot even still see the credits, like, of what they spent, like, right? Some people are still saying that if I gathered all this money I spent in the university and started business. But then some people have started business and they have their shops burned, or different things have happened, policies that have not favored them. Then what are we saying here? Anyway, but I like the conversation that this book brings, because it's making us think, and all of that. So what would you say is your message to the gifted? Like, looking at your own experience. Like, I can see a message here, like, you had to pivot. You had to look around you and say, oh, but let me hear it from you. Let's hear it from you.
First of all, are you in the right feed? First. Is it your feed? Are you good in what you are doing? You need to ask yourself. The only truth you can tell yourself is, I sabi this thing. Because one, if you are not good in what you are doing, why are you there? Because first of all, people need to see your brand, your product. Is your product okay? And if your product is not okay, you know yourself. After the 1 or 2, 3 people, you will know. Like for example, now you are in a show performing, and the song is not out yet. Like 5 people, they're not even your friends, not your family, sing along with you. From there, you know, this thing good. You understand? First, ask yourself, am I in the right feed? If yes, focus, believe, and just keep on working. Keep on working. What has worked? Internet, get your phone, get your message to anybody you can get your song to. Anybody. Anybody at all. Even the market woman. Make sure this specific get my song for phone.
Yes.
You understand? Nobody's useless. Everybody's important when it comes to promotion. You understand? One person can easily just play your song somewhere. Who be this? I like to see this guy.
Exactly.
You understand? So every day, make sure you come online, do something new. Okay, you're an artist now, you don't even have a social media page, no any page at all. So it's like now, if you want to search, now I can tell you, just search Fireman King Shong on all platforms. Somebody can just search and, I like this song. Who can get this guy? Let's work. But first, are you good in what you are doing? Not just music. Because some things they say you are busy doing nothing. Some people can be busy doing nothing. You understand? Once you are in the wrong feed, you are busy doing nothing.
Definitely. You're climbing the wrong ladder.
You are busy, but doing nothing. Because when the song is not okay, guy, this feed is not for you. Although it sounds somehow, the truth is bitter. And if somebody drop 5 songs, if you can pick 2, it's good to go. When somebody drop 5 songs, no one's, guy, this guy is supposed to go do something else. Also, it's hard to say. Well, we just have to say it. So my advice is, know what you are doing. Are you good in what you are doing? And believe in yourself. Just keep on moving. It will. If I thought rolling dollar can make it at the age of 80 to 90 years, maybe 80 years.
Yes.
So it can happen to anybody.
Definitely. So you just have to be in the
Believe,
game. Yeah.
but know what you are doing, if you are good or not. If you are not good, quit.
Good. Okay, Ermandha, let's hear from you. What message do you have?
The message is still clear. You just have to get it right and do it right. But there's a struggle I noticed in the system, being a Lagosian, and it's still an opportunity to say it out to some people who are suffering from the same thing. The industry, I'm speaking from Lagos now. If you notice something, maybe your mind is not going there and it's a challenge to other persons as a producer, record people, you find out that Nigeria industry now, I can say 60% or 50% is more like a Yoruba industry. People are not saying it from this angle. It's more like a Yoruba industry. So you need to have your Yoruba lines. You need to be a Yoruba person. Even if you look the top 20 artists now, I can tell you 13 can still be the same Yoruba. So you see this thing I just said now, is somehow is weakening the other people because the sponsors are still focusing on the same people. And I know this whole thing happens because of Lagos State, which is the center of entertainment as well. We know there's no dispute to that. We have radio stations, there's what they call federal characters. When you get there, you see these same Yoruba people. I'm not being tribalistic here, I'm just trying to pick out some things. In those when we're growing up, when you walk in the street, you see people sing, like hit chest and sing. But these days now that if you belong to the street, you find out that almost every child sings. And the child that you're seeing that is singing is a Yoruba child.
Wow.
You know why? He's hearing a lot of these people all the time. So he does not even need a talent. It's a thing I can do. When you're speaking from your dialect, like pidgin English, you will just flow easily. So when you go to events, I'm talking about Lagos, it's as easy as the Yorubas just doing it because the language is around already.
Yeah.
So it will take you another tribe. You need to learn some Yoruba line. You need to have all these things, element to put in your songs for you to be able to fit in the system. And I think, this thing I'm saying now, I'm speaking from which number?
It's
the Nigerian factor.
No, we're not even talking about the Nigerian factor. We're talking about the message,
factor
chapter 8,
so,
the message to the gifted. But it's still a message.
Yes, so it's a thing that is really, speaking from Lagos, so
Okay.
we are really...
Well, guys,
Yeah.
let me just give them an idea of where you are
Where I'm
at.
yeah.
He was still at chapter 7, so he was talking about the Nigerian factor, which you've clearly, I think articulated, and like you've clearly said, it's mostly because most of the resources were concentrated in Lagos. And so someone has to learn, the language or the locality, and that's what's affecting
even
music.
most record labels will tell their artists.
Yeah, because when all
infuse
the resources
this language.
Once all the resources are invested somewhere, of course it will reflect that. So I think we should look at what you said, like, because this one of the reasons we are having this topic is it helps every creative understand, what they're not doing right or what they can do better, and even the policymakers can begin to adjust or address the issues, creatives are facing. Yeah. So, because if not, we will spend the whole day here today, right? But Rapsy, you brought us here. Any final words for your, people and all of that? Tell us where to even get this book.
Okay, you can get this book on Amazon and also it's on Spotify. Yeah, audiobook on Spotify.
Okay, it was wonderful having all of you here today, because this conversation is not one that we can stop today. It's a whole vast, sea, and we need to dig deep. I'm looking forward to a day we have, people like Dan, Fireman, like have an intensive conversation beyond, just this podcast, because this can limit us a little bit, in our, and there's a whole wealth of knowledge that I personally have also learned, because one thing about research is it's good for you to understand, everyone's perspective. Your journey is different. His journey is different. You can hear what your own angle, you can hear his angle, and they're all valid, and it's coming together, to be able to put something better for ourselves and for those coming behind us. Well, thank you so much, guys, for being here today. I know it was not easy. Yeah? Fireman, what do you want to say?
Stay safe. Stay out of drug. Then don't drink and drive.
Okay.
Or any other thing. We are not freestyling here now.
Yeah, you guys freestyle. Feel free.
Okay, what I have to say is this is a good one. This is a very good one.
Okay.
We just need to support this and pick from this as well, being creative and be up to something, just like is doing, and we all are doing as well.
Yeah.
The sky. Nadia would start from.
Like that. Thank you so much, guys. It was wonderful having you here, guys. And
Thank
of
you.
course, till we come your way again on the next episode, I remain the one and only Ermandha. Bye.